Hello, everyone, and good morning. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. And I'm here to tell you that if you enjoy the show in any capacity at all, maybe I'm funny, maybe I have good guests, maybe, I don't know, sometimes I'm interesting, whatever. If there's anything that you like about this show, please hit that follow button, that subscribe button, wherever you're listening. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like the videos, you subscribe to the channel, you comment, and you share. I am tired of working menial jobs and would love to speed up the process of making some money on this goddamn thing. So please like, comment, subscribe, share, tell everyone about us wherever you listen to the show. Follow it. Makes a huge difference. Thank you guys. Enjoy the episode. Johnny,
And
good to see you, brother.
it's good to see you, man. It's good to be back here.
Yeah, just us this time.
Just us. It's usually, the last time it was the whole group, but it's usually just us anyways.
Right.
Oh, we did that one with James, but we got rid of that.
I still have it.
Oh.
It just,
yeah.
I don't know, I haven't.
Couple decades.
Yeah, I know, I haven't gotten the okay from James.
Oh, yeah, it's very particular. I know. I remember that. Legendary. Do you still have that intro that you made?
Oh, the outro of you saying the fucking... Yeah. That shit's great. I know, I should just keep it.
Was that like on your the hard drive that got fucked up?
No, luckily not.
Good.
It was, I saved that video on iMovie.
Oh, okay.
So it just kind of, I saved it as a project. And it was, sometimes it overloads the system if you save too much shit. So I was lucky on that. And then I downloaded it to my hard drive.
Perfect. Hoping to see it in progress one day. Everyone will love it. I know John Larkin said he liked it.
All right, we're back. Speaking of hard drives,
Yeah,
mine wasn't in.
I know. We had to cut off for a second. Good thing we started talking about hard drives first thing.
Right.
But yeah, I hope to see that outro in action someday, baby. I know John Larkin would fucking love it because he said he liked it on the podcast, one of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, legendary moves.
Yeah, that was like perfect. I added, you can like add like an echo to it.
Yes.
It legit sounded like some fucking...
Did you listen to like the JRE with Snoop?
I did.
So you saw he brought like his own microphone with like the auto tune. So cool. Talk about standing out. That's pretty dope.
I know, at the beginning, when they're talking about, like, I don't know, they ended up talking about heroin, and he pulled his mic, he pulled his mic out, and he's like, we're not trying heroin.
I know. He's funny with it. That was a good podcast, talking about, like, James Brown and stuff. And
Yeah. They were talking about a performance that I've spoken about on here, of James Brown.
A specific performance, yeah, I remember them talking about that.
Yeah, it was him in Zaire, Africa. He was fighting. He was fighting. He was doing it before. He was performing before Muhammad Ali's fight against George Foreman in Africa.
Okay.
And dude, he's going crazy, like nasty, just putting on a crazy performance.
Yeah, he did have good performances.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a great fucking episode with Snoop.
Yeah, it's a long episode.
Hey everybody,
Guinness.
If you've listened to the show before or watched it, you know I bring a Guinness with me.
You brought a lot of them this time.
I bought like 8 of them because I made a 6-pack.
Bush. Oh my god. He got it. Nice. We were worried that it was going to make a mess.
Yeah, some of them you can never tell.
Yeah.
But it's good. Life's good. So what's up with you, man? How's the open mic? And
Great.
I'm not sure. You talked about that on here, right?
Oh, yeah. Totally. It's out in the open now. I already gave my...
Right. Got our headline debut coming.
Yeah. Imagine headline. Oh, man. I probably have 4 minutes if I'm, on fire.
It'll come. But that's good that the open mics is good. I'm so bummed we couldn't go to New York. If we did go to New York this weekend, would you have attempted to like go to an open mic?
Dude, I would have done a bunch. There's like websites that have, it'll tell you how many open mics, specifically in New York.
Yeah, the city.
And you can specify like, because there'll be like music open mics or poem open mics, but you can specify comedy.
Right.
And dude, mad. They start at like, you can go to ones in the middle of the day.
Oof, that's
like
pretty dope.
12 p.m.
Just to like work out. The fuck is going to like some sort of matinee comedy show?
Nobody. Nobody's going to that. But there are ones at night, and they do them on Fridays too, which is like, around here, they don't do that shit on Fridays. But
really?
Not open mics, not really.
Wow.
There's one.
The top people. Ooh.
Well, yeah, like Fridays, a bar or whatever that would do an open mic doesn't need an open mic to bring people in because it's a Friday. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bar. Yeah, that's true.
And to do comedy on a Friday or a Saturday, that means you're probably in a club or something somewhere.
Yes, it's where it's at, man.
Yeah.
Comedy clubs. But that would have been an awesome experience. Maybe we could go back maybe before Christmas or figure it out. Yeah, that bus ticket. I don't know. Inflation, what's going on?
Holy Christ.
I was so expecting like 80, 85, something like that. But I was like, come on, dude, an extra like $60.
Dude, the first couple times we went, a bunch of the first times we went, it was like $50.
Yeah, it was like 50, $60.
Crazy.
And yeah, because me and you have gone to New York like 3 times.
Yeah.
So Peter Pan's always the way because our cars are old as shit.
And parking.
And parking, too. Who the fuck would want to go on one of those fucking lifts?
That's the most expensive part, probably. I mean,
it is. I went up there once. My buddy of mine, Charles, drove, and he paid an astronomical to get on one of those lifts for just maybe like 6 or 7 hours. But we just went there for the day.
Damn.
I know, it's pretty fucking crazy. But
they get that money out in New York. No motherfucking, doesn't matter what.
I know. Big money out there.
No,
not me.
I remember, not me. I remember walking past one of those like parking lots that you're talking about, and they had all different rates for different types of cars. Like if it was like sedan, it was like I don't know, $50 a month, and then like SUV, it's like $70. But it went all the way up to like luxury sport car, and it was like $500 a month or some shit, something crazy just to park your car.
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know. I feel like if you have a luxury sports car, the building that you're living in New York's got to have like an underground garage already. The fuck you need one of those lifts for? But it's a lot of people, a lot of money. So.
Yeah, it might just be some rich dude driving through.
Oh, that's true. Just for the day.
Yeah,
coming from New Jersey or something.
Cause let me lift my shit.
New York. But anyway, we'll figure it out. That. So what else?
Yeah, there's so much. I mean, there's so much comedy in New York. That's why they have open mics on Fridays.
That's a pretty good platform. You mentioned like that. You could just look up all the stuff like poetry, comedy shows. You could
yeah.
What is it called again?
Oh, I don't fucking remember.
But is it an app or a website?
It's probably like I don't know, New York City open mics or something like that. And you can go through the different boroughs like Brooklyn and Bronx and all over do comedy in the Bronx, get stabbed.
Yeah.
Get taken for all you got.
That'll be fun. That'll be an experience. You'd come home, talk about it on a special sometime.
Yeah.
Incorporate something like that into one of your bits.
Yeah.
Fucked up in the Bronx.
I went to the Bronx and got beaten to shit. I'm lucky to be alive telling you this story.
Fuck, I keep hitting this microphone.
It's all good.
So what else, man?
I'm starting that new job. The one I was talking about in the chat. Did you see that?
I read about that. I didn't
some stupid shit.
Put my 2 cents in, but that looked like I don't know something. You said they're just trying that Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like the first guy.
Yeah, it's like they're doing it in like 30 different cities, different locations in different cities in the U.S. and shit like that. And what it is, they want like kind of a hype man for the football games. Because they want to eventually start hosting other things like trivia nights and whatever the fuck else. I don't know. And, but this is like the beginning stages. So we're going to see. I feel like I'll be able to do whatever the fuck I want.
I know. I feel like it would be more lenient, obviously.
Yeah.
But you don't know until you show up and do it. But it should be pretty cool. I mean, football and like the players and shit. Maybe you could say a fucking funny ass joke and hit a punchline, some shit like that. Not like a whole joke, but like say some quick punchline shit to get everybody laughing or hyped up. That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to go see you do that shit. I'm gonna have to go to the bar. So like, what is this hype man shit all about?
A lot of it is like giving shit away. Like they sent a, I don't know, I guess like a rough idea of how they want you to like go about doing the job.
Yeah, like a little
Yeah, like it's really structured. Like in the end of the first quarter, have a raffle or something, or you know what I'm saying?
Giving giveaways.
Yeah, it's like power cards and fucking whatever else, and you give shit away. But I don't technically work for Dave and Buster's.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm an independent contractor type thing.
Oh,
but,
nice. You getting paid to like check, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's legit. Not getting no under the table money in this motherfucker.
Even if it is under the table, it's still legit, folks.
Do they still do under the table? I feel like that's running out. As money is becoming.
It's gotta be.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody does that shit.
It's gotta be running out. But I mean, we were still doing that in high school, all the way into college with our job.
Right. So, yeah, that shit was money.
Yes, sir.
Under the table. That's one of the great. I remember being a kid and like my parents would talk about people their age were getting money under the table doing something. They get paid under the table, and it was like a big fucking deal.
It took me a while to even know what that phrase was. Like, you're getting paid underneath the table. What does that mean? I didn't, like when I was younger. I mean, I didn't know that. Like, what the fuck was that? But
I wonder if that's a universal term for people that don't know what that is. Because it might not be universal. I feel like everyone around us knows what it means.
It's got to be universal across the nation.
I
would think, but
I feel like that's like what it like. I don't know. Italian people were like,
maybe definitely in old corrupt New England and New York. Maybe we would know more.
Yeah,
New Jersey and stuff. They would know.
That means getting paid cash in a job.
Yeah, you do a legitimate job.
Yeah.
Nothing like criminal, but then you're just getting paid underneath the table, getting paid cash.
Getting paid.
Untaxable income, ladies and gentlemen. Right.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
Untaxable. That's why Twin Oaks, famous restaurant over here in Rhode Island.
Yeah, I know where that is.
They were making a lot of money back in the day, like in the 80s and shit, in the 90s.
I believe it.
And I mean, apparently they still do. There's people who work there that are ancient. The guy who like checks you in, he looks like he's about to die.
I know. It's old school in there. All male servers.
Yeah.
Old school.
And they don't write nothing down.
No.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
But back in the day, they were making a lot of fucking money, and they're the reason why they made it a law for servers to claim their tips. Because there were guys who were working serving tables but had boats and shit.
At like in the state of Rhode Island?
Yeah.
I see. Well, I mean, during that era, you probably had some wise guys come in there with their girlfriends and their wives on any given night. And they would run up a hefty tab, dinner, whole bottle of wine, and whatever else. And they would get tipped good. Those guys, server guys, they deserved it. They got a boat.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's dope. You can't get a boat with no fucking server money now. Hell no.
No, you most definitely cannot.
Plus, that Twin Oaks has been around for ages, and people still love it now. Yeah. Think about it back then when it was like a new hopping place. Motherfuckers were probably going in there spending money.
That's totally true. It's
still,
it holds its like, clout to this day amongst the older generation, I guess. Because even if you go inside, it's like, you can tell it's an old restaurant. But it's still great. I take my grandmother there. Like, took her there last year. But I know my aunt and uncle still love going to Twin Oaks for dinner.
Plus, the 80s, that was when white men were really digging the knife in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was real profitable.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot
crack epidemic.
The crack epidemic.
That was the reference.
Yeah. I was going through things in my head trying to think, what is he saying? That was one of the things in the 80s. During that whole time, 70s, 80s, definitely a lot of shady shit going on all over this part, East Coast.
They always talk about how, like, cocaine in the 70s, it was, like, really, really good. And, like, I've never done cocaine, but they say supposedly it's, like, there was a big influx of it, and it was phenomenal. Like, it was good and clean and whatever the fuck else.
Yeah, before, like, people started to realize they could chop it down, make some extra profit.
Yeah.
That was that, like, Colombian cocaine, right? 70s?
Probably, yeah.
Totally. And that was obviously that 99.9% pure stuff. Nowadays, you really have to roll the dice, or you gotta really trust whoever you're getting it from. But I wouldn't. It's tough to like want to try different drugs nowadays. It's like you just want to fucking weed, liquor, tobacco. That's all you fucking. That's it.
Yeah.
For me,
like
anyway.
You said you got a legit connect.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I wouldn't...
Or a test kit. There's a lot of test kits.
Oh, yeah, you can see if it's like what the color turns out.
I guess. I mean, I've never used one, but it's probably something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have done cocaine back then. Now I don't think I would.
Right? Yeah, because everyone was doing it.
Yeah. People are like dying off that shit because it's like cut up with some fentanyl or so.
Now.
Too dangerous. Yeah.
Now it is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you've probably seen you've heard about him, Dr. Carl Hart.
Yeah, he's the guy he has the dreads and he's a doctor and he does like drugs recreationally and responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting character.
Crazy, dude.
Likes the dabbling with heroin.
He does heroin, he does fucking coke, and he talks about him but he doesn't like, I don't think he drinks coffee and he doesn't drink alcohol.
Oh, okay.
So like he does everything else.
Right.
It's crazy. He was originally a scientist but he worked as a what is it? Toxicology, maybe?
Okay.
Or pharmacology, that's what it is. It's just drugs. It's like the makeup of different drugs. But all drugs, not just like pharmaceutical drugs.
Okay.
So he had a doctorate in drugs. Like he knew what they did to you, and he did. But he started off like real straight edge.
Right. Yeah, he was in the military at one point.
Was he?
Yeah, probably like when he was young. Then he.
Yeah.
Afterwards, he probably got into that stuff.
And then he fucking decided that whatever they were doing to the body and the mind chemically was some shit that he was willing to try. And
yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
I mean, it is pretty crazy. And he does it, obviously, he takes, when we say, he does heroin, he was like, you do heroin, but like he's not like a junkie. And
right.
He does like a controlled, responsible dose that's like, I don't know, medically approved. Like, he thinks it's like, okay, this is a good enough dose where I'm not going to fucking need a Narcan.
Right.
Or I could just enjoy the lax feeling. Probably microdoses off that shit.
Yeah. Crazy.
But that is crazy.
And he gets like pure ass shit. Like that's one of the important parts that he said. He gets like he was talking to Joe Rogan, like fucking, you get that nice Afghan heroin. That pure Afghan heroin,
that's where they grow it, right?
It's good.
Yeah.
Some shit. He doesn't talk like that at all. I don't know why I put on a southern accent.
I have to find his connect for coke.
Yeah, I know, huh?
But
that guy just gets the best.
That guy is the best, and that's where they do grow it out in Afghan.
Such an interesting thing, like legislation on drugs.
Oh, I know. They're like going back to like the crack epidemic. They were like going extra hard.
Yeah.
One president after the other. What was it? Was Reagan then the first Bush came in?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So Reagan went crack down
Two
on
beasts.
it, and then Bush came in. He was like, I have to go harder.
Two fucking maniacal bastards.
I know, right? We are maniacal. Even though like I kind of like fucking. I like the first Bush, not like his political. I'm not sure what he did his presidency. I don't give a fuck about that. But he was in like World War II, experienced some crazy shit. He was a pilot.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know the story, but I think he almost or could have been a prisoner of war, or he was some shit like that.
Yeah.
But as far as that, I always like to embrace the veteran aspect of it.
It helped give him an enemy. All right, keep going.
Yeah, give him an enemy, give him a war to fight. The boys will love it. Yeah. But as far as his political aspirations or what he did, I don't know shit. I'm sure it was just the same old Reagan, Clinton crap. Whatever. It's all the same shit back then.
Yeah. But then there's other countries who've never banned drugs. Certain drugs, or there's other countries where all drugs are legal. Like people talk about, Portugal, but because Portugal, all drugs are legal.
Oh.
You can't get in trouble for doing drugs.
No, except for your health. That's the trouble
exactly.
You get into.
But in Spain, they've never banned drugs. They've always been legal, or there's never been any legislation against them.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure some of these European countries have had like their little breakouts of like a lot of like, a lot of people in our country are kind of addicted to this shit. I'm not sure if people like were slumped like on the streets tweaking like in America. That shit was happening. Bigger, a lot more people, and I don't know, maybe it's just something the way America's run, but motherfuckers would be on the street, lots of them tweaking, and it was crazy.
Hell yeah. That's still bad shit.
I'm sure there's some European country that went through that, but I don't know which one it would be. I know fucking Ireland and England, they're strict on drugs. They're like, it's sometimes tough for the police to get you, but the people in the community will fucking...
No guns, right? No guns either.
No guns. Not, if people do have guns, but they're probably, shipped in. It's like shady type deal.
Yeah.
But as far as that, like, in Ireland, if you get caught selling drugs, like, the people in the community, if they can't get the police to, like, get you, a couple boys in the community would, like, just fuck your kneecaps up. Not kill you, but they'll just do some shit to really disable you and maybe ban you from, like, the area so you can't come back here. So that happens to people. They have to move to England or other parts.
Wait, if you get caught selling drugs, the people in the area will...
Some of the people of the neighborhood or of the town, if they find that out and you're still not being caught, they'll
fuck you up.
Yeah, they'll be their own, like, little... The community wants this, so, you gotta go. And to do that, I'm sure drug dealers definitely have died in Ireland or getting murdered, but most of the time, they'll fuck you up in a way, like I said, like, bopping your kneecap wide open, both of them. So, and like I also said, they'll say you can't come back here. You gotta go to another county, or gotta go to England and live, because they'll fuck you up again if they see you.
See, that's great. That's like takes a village. You know what I'm saying?
Community policing.
Yeah,
it's not totally a bad thing.
Take that, Karen, on your fucking community watch fucking group. You guys don't do none of that shit.
I know.
There's some kid selling fucking nick bags of weed on your corner, and you let him do it with shaggy hair.
Yeah.
You're just gonna
be walking around like the neighborhood with a flashlight and a aluminum baseball bat.
Kids live here. You gotta beat that motherfucker's ass. Beat him into a seizure.
That never happened in America. Like, the neighborhood watch wouldn't, like, fuck up people who they thought were bad to the neighborhood or community. That wouldn't...
Maybe back in the day. Maybe in, like, the 50s.
The mafia would protect their own neighborhoods for sure.
Sure.
They would, pedophiles or something like that. They were like, all right, let's go find out where he lives.
That's the side they don't want you to know about the mafia.
Yes, love the mafia. Well, I just love the history of it. Dude, changing subjects. I think the Sammy the Bull and Michael Franchise sit down, I'm just talking out of my ass here, but I think since they released it, they didn't release it, but they released a trailer. It's got to be like, 2 months ago now?
Yeah.
I think next weekend, like the Thanksgiving Day weekend, would be like probably a good time for them to release it, because they've been waiting on it. I don't know, when are you going to release this fucking thing? We're all waiting on it. It looks awesome. Sammy the Bull, Michael Franchise. I think it would be awesome if they released it on like a Thanksgiving weekend, something like that. Everybody will be home.
Yeah. I think that shit's going to go crazy.
It's going to be awesome. And apparently they were not at that house for a couple hours. They were
there for like 3 days or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be a lot of content coming out of that.
Wow. That's going to be pretty crazy.
I can't wait. Me and Ant are big fans of like watching the Sammy the Bull storytelling videos.
Dude, his whole
favorite
podcast
is probably the Czechoslovakian mob guy. That was
that was a good one. That was good. I forget what that was, but I did listen to it.
He was the coked up Czechoslovakian mob
guy. And he like took over a building or something.
Like a little club that Sammy owned.
Yes.
Funniest part of that whole thing when like he was rich, so this Czechoslovakian guy rents a helicopter and goes to one of the neighboring clubs in New York. Say, hey, fuck that club, come to my club, like right down the block or something. That's gotta be the most laughable shit.
Dude, that's big nuts.
Big nuts.
That is huge. That guy doesn't care.
Coked up big nuts.
Lost his life.
Yeah, he showed a fucking mini Uzi to Sammy, and then a couple hours later he was dead.
He said fucking on people was more important than his fucking life.
I mean, it was probably just all the coke. I mean, even though back in those days you're getting that 99.9%, so he's probably off his shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Bugging out. Coke, money. Can't touch me, bro. I'll rent a helicopter and talk shit from that bitch all over your place. That's
crazy story. I love many of his stories, dude. He's great.
So good at telling them.
Yeah.
He's really good at telling the story, dude. When I listen to him, I'm like, damn, this dude, he absolutely ropes you in.
He does.
I mean, the music helps, the music and the sounds, like the sirens and all that shit on his podcast. That
and
shit
the
helps.
setting. He's in like a brown leather chair, dark tungsten light.
Right.
He has a nice he's usually dressed fairly well.
Yeah.
And he looks great for his age.
Yeah, I mean, he had crazy plastic surgery. Like his
really?
face, he looks completely different.
It does look like he did. I never put that 2 and 2 together, but his face looked a little weird.
It's witness relocation, son.
What?
That's witness relocation.
Yes, the witness relocation. He's in Arizona now, I think.
Is that what it is?
That's where, like, he lives.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he went out there to hide, like, in relocation. I don't fucking know.
That's great. They just send you somewhere else.
Yeah, anywhere but the fucking East Coast.
Like Youngboy NBA, they made him live out in Utah.
He was in witness protection?
No, but as part of his, I don't know, settling of his case, he was in jail.
Yes.
And then I guess, like, I don't know, his legal team kept working or whatever the fuck. And he got reduced to a fucking, what's it called?
A plea deal?
In-house.
In-house.
Like,
in-house arrest.
House arrest.
Yeah.
Jesus, fuck, couldn't think of it. Stoned. But, yeah, so, but part of the stipulation, they listed out all the stipulations. And one of them was that he had to not be around anywhere that would encourage him to engage in the behavior that got him in trouble in the first place.
Right. You had to go to that.
So no clubs, no none of that shit. Yeah, they just sent him out to fucking Utah. They're like, you live out there, motherfucker. That's way better than being...
Take a fucking hike. Like,
Totally.
a literal hike. Enjoy the beauty.
I feel like they should do that with more people.
Yeah.
Like, that should, like, if they just sent you out somewhere like that, you'd be forced to, you know...
Yourself in nature.
Exactly. Like, not necessarily put them out there alone because they might, you know...
No, not like fucking Wild Man. But like,
Imagine
get
that.
a nice little area and set you up in peaceful. You don't have to worry
awesome.
about your ops and shit like that.
Right, exactly.
Fuck. Keep fucking hitting that thing.
Cocksucker, it is pretty close. That's okay.
I know. I don't like to lean forward, so I keep it really close so I can just chill back.
No, that's good. I encourage people to do that. Next thing I need is headphones so we can hear. So if we notice, if we ping something, we're like, all right, we'll be extra cautious, you know?
Yeah. JRE always says he likes the fucking, like, I always like the headphones because you could hear better and shit what's really going on.
It sounds, I did a podcast with someone else with headphones on. It sounds great.
Could you use this bad boy machine, or do you have to get some other thing to incorporate the headphone?
No, I could totally use this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's two, I think there's 2 in the front and 2 in the back for headphone ports.
I see the auxes, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, mate.
So we're good. I bought a bunch of them, but they didn't fit. I don't know what size that is. So
Goddamn Chinese fucking things.
Sony, fuck, it was Sony headphones.
Sony's, those are good though.
Growing up, Sony was the man, right? They had the Walkman,
Yeah,
PlayStation.
they had a lot of stuff.
They were running it up. Now they just have TVs and PlayStation.
And they, 2.5, 3 years ago, they came out with the Sony mirrorless camera. Now, Sony has been making mirrorless cameras, but they weren't always that good in like the late 2000s, 2010s. But man, dude, they fucking really hit the ball on this camera because obviously there's DSLRs, which is digital single reflex lens, and then back in the film days, it was just a single reflex lens. But that's a mirror that's in your camera.
Yeah.
It's like mirroring the photo, but this is all like digital, and they've knocked it out of the park. The technology is fucking crazy. It's so bad. It's so much better. You like automatic. There's like a little tracker if the person's moving around doing a motion. It's
Really?
tracking their face automatically. The technology is amazing. Since then, Nikon and Canon have come out with theirs, and theirs is probably a little bit better. But Sony was the first, the first to fucking. Sony kicks ass in the camera industry. That's just that.
I feel like they've been reliable aside from those headphones I bought.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds
What kind of
pretty.
fucking headphones.
That sounds pretty crazy. That's got to be the newest photo technology, right?
Yeah, mirrorless technology in the
Mirrorless cameras. Holy fuck. What are they called? DSLRs?
digital single reflex. That's what I have.
Those have mirrors in them still.
Yep.
Okay.
But there's still like a digital screen on the back, like you see on my camera, like digitally, like can see the picture.
Yeah.
But
now, what about those like old, like not the Polaroid ones, but the cameras, the little portable ones? You know what I'm talking about?
oh, the ones that you
Ran
were
on
disposable.
batteries.
Wait, the old little you stick a like
Yeah.
still battery. My dad had one of those.
There's mirrors in that too. You think? Probably, right? It's just smaller.
I would assume so, but I'm sure. Like when we were younger, I would assume they definitely had mirrors in them. I'm not 100% sure because those weren't really considered like those were like cameras that like your parents would take pictures of you on like cheap. They're not really in the pictures just for moments.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. Those cameras weren't the best, and like when we were kids, I'm sure those portable cameras have gotten much better.
I don't even think they make them anymore because our phones are just portable cameras now.
Oh, that's
You know
probably such a good point. Why would they? Yeah, why would our phone? Do the iPhone?
They're way
just
better.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Some of those pictures that like you and Caroline got the one in Boston. I was like, yo, that's such a good like sharp mint.
Yeah.
A little bit of blur in the background, and
Really
all you
good.
did was just like maybe focus once, then hit that white button, and that's it.
Money. Yeah. Fuck was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Damn. It's gone.
Son.
No, but I really have to be like moved to have to take a picture. You know what I'm saying? Like if I take a picture of something, it's like, damn, this was pretty fucking cool. Which is why all the hikes I've been on, it's
Yes.
like that's all I really take. Because like, you know, John Larkin, I'll go on a bike ride with him.
Yep.
And he has to stop like a bunch of times. I gotta take a picture of this. I gotta take a picture of this. And I'm like,
Really?
bro, how does it like? I don't know. For me, a lot of that shit it means more if I just take it in the moment.
Yeah, just
You know?
stop at the one spot, take it in the moment, and take it how it is.
Yeah.
I like that, and I mean I think that's part of our society now. I've been like that, you know, before. Well, maybe even with the camera, it's like, hold on, I want to stop here
and take
too.
a picture. Yeah.
But
But that's your thing, you know. Like
yeah,
that's already.
capturing that one shot in the moment, not like, okay, we got this, well let's try to go get a better one over here or in 10 minutes. That's can be annoying.
Right.
I like that what you said, because you do take some pictures of yourself when you're on your hikes, like you in the fucking water. You're getting fucking baptized in Massachusetts.
The water was nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I've been like, there's something about getting in the cold fucking water.
Yeah.
It's nice. I wished I had like an ice bath at LA Fitness. That'd be sick, because then you can go from that to the sauna. Two
Yes.
hard ass things. It's like, then you fucking sweat your balls off in the sauna. You've been using the shit out of the sauna.
I have. I've been going like, if I do a workout, I'll do 20 minutes in there or 25, but then sometimes if I don't feel like working out, I'll just go to the gym anyways and do 30, 35 minutes in that
Hitting the
bitch.
sauna, yeah.
I really love it. Like, I don't know. I feel good. I know it's good for your overall body. It's good for muscle recovery.
Yeah.
It's good for multiple things. The blood flow.
Yeah, you get real loose when you're in there. It's good to do like, ideally, I think the best time to do it is probably right when you wake up. If you could like get up and walk right into a sauna,
Right.
or maybe drink a little water, then walk right into the sauna, like it's probably great to like loosen your shit up.
Yeah. And I
You know?
struggle if you like. I also like it after a workout because your heart rate is also going and you're still like, you'll be in that sauna like,
Yeah.
like, you know, like you got to, all right, push through it, check
Feel
your
like a
time.
beast.
All right, 10 more minutes. Just breathe. You're focusing on your breathing. It's a little time for meditation.
Yeah.
Which in this fucking sauna I go to, they got ESPN playing the whole fucking time.
In the sauna, you can hear it.
They have a flat screen TV with like a glass, and it's like
In the sauna, though.
yeah,
Wow. Holy shit.
it's like part of the wall. It's not, you can't like touch the TV.
I feel like that would help me.
I like the alone time. I tried putting my headphones in and listen to a podcast, but when I go in the sauna in my gym, it cuts out service, like no signal. I'm like, fuck.
See, mine would overheat, my headphones, or they would just
really?
like stop. Like, yeah. Even if I left my phone out, because at first I tried bringing my phone in a long time ago when I first started doing it, and it just overheated.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. When I was at Gold's Gym, I went with you as a guest once or twice, and we went to the sauna afterwards, and I brought my phone too. I was noticing the battery percentage decreasing rapidly.
Yeah. It's brutal, but it's so good. Like the most important part of it, obviously, it loosens you up and it does all these things. It creates more, I think it creates more white blood cells. I think that's part of it.
White or red blood cells, something like that.
Yeah, but the mental part of it, that's the best part. That's the most important part.
Yeah, that mental challenge beats everything.
Because that shit's hot. The door is right there.
I know, just walk out any time, but nope,
hey, come on. It's normal temperature out here. Come on. Come on, just come on. You can put some water on your face. You can drink some water.
I know.
And the clock's right above it. at least at LA Fitness.
I don't recall it. Actually, there is a clock, but the one it's like at the wrong time.
Really? That's good. That's a good thing.
Maybe it's psychological, but when I get out of that sauna, I don't go like in shirtless. I go with like my shirt and like everything I worked out in. And it's like, dude, I have to get napkins and like wipe my sweat off because it's like I'm walking out of the damn shower.
Oh yeah. Getting out of the sauna, that shit is. It's so relieving. It's like drinking water when you're fucking incredibly thirsty.
It is.
Yeah.
Because it's like wow, you come out that sauna, yeah, temperature obviously is dropped.
Yeah.
Love it. But as far as I know, like they don't have an ice bath there at my gym, not yours, but as far as standing in cold water, like sometimes after it's cold out now, so I'll take a hot shower and wash up, and then afterwards I'll just take it off the hot and leave it on the colds, and I'll just sit there as long as I can. And even that, Antonio, you'll literally your chest will tighten up like it's hard to breathe because that's what it is when you're in the cold water.
Oh
like
yeah.
An ice bath, you're like, and you really got to like focus on your breathing, and I guess that could. If you don't have an ice bath, that's the next best thing. You do it right in here,
I know. I don't even have a tub, but I know you said with a cold shower. Yeah.
I don't take fucking baths. What do I look like?
Well, I mean, ice bath. You could do. I used to do those.
No, I'm talking about a regular bath to like bathe myself.
Yeah. It's hard to do that as a grown man.
I know it totally is.
You gotta like put one leg up, and your ball sack is like hanging off the side. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, it's not masculine at all. But I suppose. If you got an ice maker and or you spend $2 on a bag of ice.
That's what I used to do. I used to get like 2 or 3 bags, fill up the tub with like halfway with cold ass water.
Yeah.
And then dump all that shit in there.
Yeah, that works just the same.
Wait, but you said your gym has ice baths?
No, my gym doesn't.
Oh shit.
I suppose like my gym doesn't, yours doesn't. But the next best thing would be that shower, bro. Fuck yeah. Put it up as cold as it can fucking be. It's already cold outside, so. Fucking, it's so good. Tightens you up.
Yeah, I like the hot tub too. Hot tub's nice.
In a while.
At LA Fitness, they got a big ass one.
You assholes!
Oh, it's so nice, dude. It's like the sauna, but you're in the water, and you can kind of like gauge it because if you sit in there, up to here or wherever the fuck you sit, you'll start to get like, it's like you're in the sauna because you sweat because it's hot.
Yeah.
And if the bubbles are going like really, really fast, I don't fuck with that. I don't really like the jets and the bubbles going. I just like a hot ass bath.
Yeah, like the water to be still.
But if the jets are going, you're like, you start sweating and you get like lightheaded. You gotta like sit up and like go like or stand up, just waist down.
I had that experience when we were at the hotel in Connecticut for the concert. The morning after,
grind time that was.
Grind time it was, but the morning after when I guess some people were recovering and I was fucking fine. I was like, I'm going down into the fucking jacuzzi. And I went down there, nobody in the fucking thing. I smoked 2 fucking blunts, not eating or drank a little bit of water. And then, after a little bit of time in that, I was like, dude, I gotta get out of here. Like, I'm getting, like, woozy, like, bro, I gotta get out. And as soon as I was out, I was like, fuck this. I jumped right in that pool. And the pool was like bath water anyways. Because the way the fucking hotel was.
It was warm.
It was, lukewarm. But obviously the jacuzzi is way warmer, so that felt cold to me. I just like...
That's nice.
Dude. But it fucked me up. Because I was probably dehydrated from the drinking and the weed.
I remember when Workout World used to be around on Mineral Spring.
Yes, it was, by the McDonald's.
Yeah, and that was like the first gym everybody in like North Providence started going to.
Really? I thought that would be like Gold's on Smith. Because that's what used to be.
Well, you know what? Maybe my generation. Gold's on Smith was like people before us, like maybe.
80s, 90s.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because like Alex Sandberg used to go there.
Yeah, he's the older brother.
Yeah, but either way, it doesn't matter. It was also because it was a new gym. It opened up, Workout World.
Yeah, it was more modern.
And it was cheap. Wow. It was like, I don't know, $10 a month or something. $20 and you can bring a friend every time. Yeah. And you're in high school, you're always going to bring a friend.
Can't be that, no.
Yeah, so, and they had a pool, they had a sauna, and they had a hot tub.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, the pool and the sauna were like shitty. I'm sorry. The pool and the hot tub were kind of shitty. But you still use it. It's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
And I remember sometimes we would get, and they were open late. That was the thing. We would get stoned, and we're like, what the fuck do we do? And it's like 10 at night. They're open until like maybe 12. And we're like, let's fuck it. Let's just go swimming and in the hot tub, and we'll do that. We did that a bunch of times, dude. Just get high and go use their hot tub.
I think I recall a story. I could be wrong about this, but I think I recall a story where you and like a couple other guys like broke into the pool, like at that place. Like not broke it, like you like got like the pool was closed and you went in anyway, or something like that.
I don't think so. I don't think we did that.
Was it at the high school maybe?
No, definitely not at the high school.
I don't know who the fuck it was. Maybe it wasn't you or one of the North Providence guys. I don't fucking know.
That pool was left over from the gym that was there before, which was Bally's. And Bally's, when I was a kid, everyone always talked about Bally's as like, you know, where like white suburban moms go to walk on the treadmill.
Yeah,
and it's like for like people who are already in shape or whatever. I don't know. It's like a weird, but
yeah.
Whereas Workout World is like a place you can go to start out.
Right, like a Planet Fitness.
Yeah. But it was better than Planet Fitness because they had free weights, they had squat racks.
Yeah.
You could do anything there.
Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness
like Smith Machine at most.
That place is for moms who walk on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Like big time.
Or people who make their New Year's resolution and kick it after a month.
Right. You've been in Planet Fitness, yeah? Did you used to go there?
I started off at Planet Fitness as I started off in the gym in my high school, but then I started going with my buddy because he started going and he could lift a lot more than me, so I was going with him at Planet Fitness, and off rip, I was like, I knew it was a beginner gym. They would offer pizza on certain days.
Yes.
Leave it out.
From Uncle Tony's.
Also, 2 buckets of Tootsie Rolls and another type of candy.
There you go.
And I was walking out of there, like the other type of candy, I always grabbed that shit. It tasted good. But that's where I kind of started, like my working out. I'm not a big guy, but I went from there to UFit up the street in North Providence, and now I'm at Edge Fitness in Cranston.
Yeah.
And I'll say Edge is like, it kind of has that feel like, not like rich moms who go on the treadmill, but everybody is like kind of into fitness.
Yeah.
And you know those people who show up to the gym in like their gym attire, like they're so swagged out and they got dripped and they're just working out. A lot of people dress like nice just to go to the gym.
Oh yeah.
And then there's me with like bullshit ass sweatpants, my FedEx t-shirt, and like my
I love it.
Fucked up shoes because I just go from work.
I love going to the gym in baggy ass sweatpants. That's my favorite thing to wear.
Yeah.
Just baggy bum ass sweatshirt, sweatpants, hood on.
Yeah, I always
lifting heavy ass weight.
This gym is like a fucking. I was telling my boy because I go with my coworker from FedEx. I go with him after work.
Yeah.
And I go with him. I was like, bro, what is this? A fucking fashion show? Everyone is here is on point. They like nice ass kicks.
Girls too. They put makeup on, earrings. I've seen that before too.
Dude, it's like fucking.
They're all dolled up.
They're all dolled up and they look sexy as fuck, bro. It inspires you. Dude, they just walk by while you're doing your set. You look at them like, push, go, gains. Having beautiful women walk around the gym is definitely helps. It's awesome.
It's got to be a plus.
Definitely. The tights, what do they call them?
Leggings.
Leggings.
Yeah.
Fucking yoga pants, whatever.
Planet Fitness is like sponsored by
Domino's.
Imagine. No, what the fuck is it? The Ball Drop.
Oh, New York.
In New York,
sponsored
on New Year's Eve, dude. If you watch, they all have the hats. There's mad commercials. There's mad signs all over the place. They're all over the place. Planet Fitness. They got they got it down. They got the marketing down, dude. That's perfect.
That's crazy. I just said that a second ago. Marketing for the New Year resolution. That's what that's for.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
That's fucking awesome.
It's like $1 down. People are gonna say, "Hell yeah!"
Oh,
sitting down eating Chinese food on New Year's. You eat Chinese food on New Year's? That's like the tradition.
I don't know. Don't remember. I do like Chinese food.
My family's been eating Chinese food on New Year's. It's like have you ever heard of that? I feel like that's a thing.
It totally
It's
is.
their busiest day of the year.
I feel like my dad used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went out to eat one time to a nice Chinese fucking place, and it was I forgot how long the wait was.
Chinese places? No, I'm kidding, China.
There was I think it was like a 2-hour wait or some shit. Brutal, dude. And my dad's like, yeah, we're gonna wait. We'll do it. We're like, come on. My mom,
like, I'm eating here.
me, my mom, and my brother were like, fuck. But he was still drinking at the time, so he was getting hammered. Drank a Mai Tai. We sat at the table. He drank a whole scorpion bowl.
You told me that. Yeah, he would probably be like, sit down with family. I'm gonna pregame for the dinner.
Exactly. That's exactly.
You would tell me he would drink like two scorpion bowls.
He did that, I guess, when I was like really young.
Savage. So.
That's craziness, dude. I've had one scorpion bowl, and it was with like, it might have been 3 other people.
Yeah.
And we just drank it down mad quick as like a pregame
At
thing.
camp?
No. At Nami on the hill. It was probably after work.
Yeah, you used to go there after work.
And it was a bunch of us. It was like 4 of us. And we bought a scorpion bowl and split it. And we just put straws in it and just drank it down mad quick. And I was fucked up. I mean, probably because you drink it quick too. But a full one to the face and then say, I'll have another one.
Yeah. Tolerance is high, dude. I've never had a scorpion bowl, but that would be insane. What'd your mom say? Did like your dad drive home that night?
He probably did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Fucking savage, dude. Holy shit.
That's craziness. Some people are just able, like, they're able to just
I think
keep that shit.
The old saying is you're like, if you're going to be able to handle your shit, my dad told me this, like, I'm able to handle your shit, you're handle your alcohol, you either drink every single day or you don't drink at all. Because if you drink every single day, you'll be able to handle your shit.
Right.
Like, it's like weed. It's like no matter how much you smoke, I can handle this shit.
Build a tolerance like a motherfucker.
Exactly. If you have to puke, you'd be like, well, just get a couple barfs out and then I'll be good in 10 minutes.
I feel like alkies, they don't really like switch drugs. Like, an addict's an addict. Like, they'll transfer addictions. Like, you always hear about a guy who, I don't know, breaks his fucking ankle and is out of work and he gets addicted on his opiates and then those run out and he does heroin or something.
Because it's cheap.
Like, he just moves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like alcoholics, they, like, stick to the booze until they're done. Like, until they die or until they stop or, whatever.
Yeah, I would say that. The whole pills thing is probably because you get that similar feeling from this other thing. So if I can't get the pills, let's go to the other thing. I really want the feeling.
Right.
But yeah, the liquor is a tough one because liquor's a weird one because it's the most legal. It's
celebrated.
Been around, but it's also potentially the most dangerous because these and the benzos, alcohol and the benzos, is the only thing you could really die off of it while you're detoxing.
Yeah.
You do heroin, you do cocaine. You might, like, if you detox, you're not, like, going to die from, like, having a seizure. This stuff, like, if you detox off it from drinking for years or a decade or two, you could die after, a 5 to 7 days of being sober, which is crazy. It's like, I'm fucking 5 days sober. But your body really, like, needs it.
That's why you have shocked.
That's why my dad has been into a couple of those, like, 1 week dry up centers that they have at, like, Merriam on the east side. Roger Williams, and they draw you up for like a week, but they have to give you the proper stuff so that doesn't happen to you because you could die. It's scary, and we have liquor stores in every other fucking block around here.
I know. Just goes back to what we were saying about what drugs are like allowed to be legal. I was watching a brilliant comedian, Bill Hicks, who I think you know Bill Hicks. Yeah,
heard of him. You've probably seen more of his stuff, but heard of him.
In my mind, he's the way to do it. If you want to be a comic, you got to watch Bill Hicks because that guy didn't give a fuck. And he died so early. He was only 32 years old, pancreatic cancer. Like, what are the odds of that? That's fucking crazy. That's rough. I know. Crazy ending. But that guy is a fucking legend. And he has, one of his most famous bits is Good Drug Story. He says, he starts it off. He's like, I'm going to say something that not a lot of people, may agree with, and you might think it's crazy, but I had a great time on drugs. Nothing bad happened to me. Didn't kill anybody. Didn't rob anybody. Didn't beat anybody. Didn't rape anybody. He's like, I had a great fucking time. I laughed my ass off. Whatever. And he's like, the drugs that are legal are far worse than the ones that aren't or are illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of the point that he was getting to. And, you know, I mean, it's obviously a bunch of other things.
Right.
But.
That's interesting.
And he's saying that in, like, the 90s. Like, way early
That's
on.
that was his time?
More or less, yeah. Like, 80s, 90s.
Yes, yeah, drugs they weren't that accepting back in the 90s. They weren't not even with weed. Nah. Some people really held to my belief.
Yeah. People get attached to their beliefs.
People really do.
That's why it's hard for people to switch and admit when something was wrong. That's why weed is taking such a process to become federally legal. Is because it's part of them saying, we fucked up. They don't want to admit it.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing. I see people at the dispensary, old as fuck, baby boomer. Now, of course, they could have been smoking weed in their youth, but
correct.
You like it. Some people in that era, like 50s or 60s, they smoked weed in their youth, but they would look down upon it on your adult age because they would, all right, you quit it, you stop, and you never smoke it again. Yeah,
that's kind of the boomer generation, though. They're like,
but now they're in a fucking dispensary, fucking with the menu, like asking all these questions, and I'm also over here trying to get an eighth, and like this, and you know, obviously, the one thing about the dispensary people. They're like they think they're fucking scientists, or like they want to elaborate on how the weed is gonna make you feel. This one will make you feel this way, and this one will make you feel a little bit of something. That's bullshit. Let me tell you that right now. That's all bullshit. This is gonna be high as fuck, and that's all you want.
Right.
You don't want like.
There's two kinds of weed: good weed and bad weed. That's it. That's all I've ever said.
Don't fucking worry about sativa, hybrid, indica. Fuck you if you do.
Just get the good weed that they're selling you. It's all good.
That's all you need. Like getting high off marijuana or cannabis is just getting high. You don't need some person they like got off the street or hired 3 weeks ago to like fucking tell you how this is good. Well, they call them bud tenders. You know, bartenders, bud tenders.
Right.
Fucking bullshit. Salute. Smoking Simians.
No, it's. I mean, now it sounds like bullshit, but I'm thinking that eventually it's going to be like a legitimate, because they have that with everything. They have connoisseurs of wine, of fucking cheese, of. You know what I'm saying? And it all sounds like bullshit. You drink wine, it's like, it's wine. Red or white or dry or fruity. Like, what more can you tell me? But a real sommelier, they get paid mad money. Sommelier is like the highest level of wine knowledge. They get paid mad money to do what they do. But because wine's a mean industry.
Yes.
Really fucking high net worth and whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah. Certainly a new thing. I know.
They're able to tell you where the wine comes from and like what region and you know the vintage and what it was that specific year that you're drinking the bottle from and the weather pattern that it and all this shit and all the influences that it had.
The background story, kind of like the guy from the Cigar Lounge.
Yeah,
the whole background. Obviously, it makes the experience great. And maybe the bud tenders are kind of new. They don't give you that experience though. Here's where this fucking weed was grown, you know.
Yeah, because it's usually kids that just like smoking weed and they're like, "Wow, this is an awesome job."
Yeah.
People our age, you know what I'm saying?
Our age, yeah. We go in there, look at the menu, see the price. I'll take that. Some of the older generation, the questions. I'm waiting in line here. And I'm like, come on, Nancy, like, fucking hurry up, dude. I gotta fucking go home.
Just buy it and get stoned and pick your kids up from practice, motherfucker.
Look at the menu.
Yeah.
And order.
I look immediately at the I want to find the highest THC.
I look at THC content too. I try to go 19 and up. I like that.
Yeah, whatever the highest one is what I get every time.
Yeah. When we went to the dispensary, was that last week?
Caroline's, yeah.
24.5% pre-roll.
Nice.
Had it during the day, but clipped it for my way to work in the morning. So I'm at 2:45 in the morning on my way. And when I get to work, one of my coworkers, he always says, he's like, Johnny fucking Mann when he sees me. And then he's like, after like a little bit, he's like, dude, you good? You look lost right now. Dude, I walked in like blasted.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got to go into work off Tyler's weed. So it's not I'm not like, I was off my shit.
Sometimes.
Love it.
The dispensary weed, it's fucking... I was watching... You ever watch Explained on Netflix?
Explained? I don't recall. It sounds familiar. I might have passed through it.
They have a couple different seasons of it. But they just pick different things, and they get, like, a legitimate background on them. So they've done, for example, fairy tales or time, like the idea of time, which I haven't watched and is probably an interesting one.
It's gotta be trippy.
But hurricanes,
Yeah.
chess, but one of them was weed. And they were talking about how the older generation, kind of how we're talking about, is wanting to get weed, and they're there all the time and whatever. But the weed that they remember is they want weaker stuff. They're like asking for some weaker shit, and they're like, we don't really have any. Like the weed now is just 1,000 times better. Like the weed that they had then was just, there was probably good weed for that generation, but that good weed now is probably just straight mid.
Yeah, that's nothing to us. It's like Mexican goat fuckers weed. You know?
Yeah, take some of this shit.
They would have a whole joint, smoke it all, but maybe nowadays they'll maybe have it like a couple hits of a bowl or just one bowl pack, and they'll be feeling on edge, you know?
Dude, pick out the seeds and stems. That's not even a thing anymore. There's no more seeds.
But
homegrown. But you get the dispensary shit.
Right. It's not just Tyler's. It's homegrown in general.
But dude, even homegrown. That's probably like homegrown weed today. Back in the days that we're talking about, is probably you had to search and like really find some weed like that was good like that. Yeah. Like it was probably top. If it was, could even be compared. It's probably still better.
I believe it, because I would totally believe if this was the late 70s, 80s, Tyler would have the best bud in town, no doubt about it, bro. He would be the motherfucking plug. But, I know you don't have Snapchat, but there's a group Snapchat, and he sent a picture. Oh, he sent it on his story. Dude, he just harvested, and it looks like... the look of it looks like, okay, you're going to grind this up, and it's going to be some flowery stuff. I'm about to have to get up from tomorrow.
He gifted me some.
Yo, you didn't gift me nothing. All right, we're gonna talk about this.
He gifted me some. In like barter system exchange.
Oh, I see. Ant's trying to say he gave him a blowjob for weed. All right, I see.
No, but it's good. It's good stuff.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to get that shit.
Yeah,
because it
had some of it before this.
Yeah. Oh, that's why he fucking forgot the hard drive.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But, I was busy rearranging this fucking room.
I'm glad to hear that, though. I'm gonna go pick some up tomorrow then, because he has obviously the best prices for us.
Yeah.
And if it's it's good. It's good. I love it.
Such a good industry. It really is. People were talking about like all the. When I was a kid, there were all these different conversations about what industries would be good to get into. Being that, 7 years old in...
The trades,
in whatever. Yeah. Being 7 years old in, like, 2004. Yeah. It's like, technology. This world is going to be technology. Computers. And that's true, too, but nobody saw weed coming. No one was like...
Not like this, no.
You should be a botanist and learn about weed. No one was fucking... There was probably medicinal. There was definitely medicinal around.
Yeah.
For, like, cancer patients and shit.
Yeah. It's been, like, the probably movement started in California, because they did have little places out there, like, the first in California.
Yeah, for a while. They had, like, legal dispensaries.
For a minute now.
Yeah.
Like, since, I know at least since, like, 07, 08.
Early 2000s, yeah. I think even before that,
It totally could have been.
Yeah.
But it's making good leadway, and they're opening up 5 new medical dispensaries in Rhode Island. I wish they would have some recreational dispensaries.
5 new ones?
5 new ones all over the state. It was like a lottery,
all
a random
medical.
lottery. None of them are. There's like other parts of the state, like so people don't have to come to like. There's one in Portsmouth, one in Providence.
Yeah.
So people don't have to like go to just only those 2. So they're gonna add like it's gonna have a total of 6. But I wish Rhode Island would get on the recreational dispensary vibe or wave. But at least we got the sports betting.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah.
I'd lose every fucking
probably
time.
The deal. It was like, we're going to take the recreational weed. You'll take the sports betting.
Right.
I bet it just fucking was.
That's a good point. Corrupt as fuck. Dude, the last UFC event with Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington, I bet fucking 3 of the 4 out of my parlay. I was heated. It was like a $20 parlay. I would have won like $210.
What was the one that you didn't get? You obviously betted Usman, right?
I bet Usman. Yeah. I bet Rose, who almost lost.
Oh,
she almost lost a split decision.
I was she had to win that fight. We gotta crush those Chinese competitors. Fuck them. Continue.
Goddamn right. And then before that was Chito Vera and Frankie Edgar.
Was that the fat guy who did a flip?
No. I wanted to bet him though.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. Chris Barnett. He's a bad motherfucker. He did a fucking spin kick, knocked that dude down. I knew he was gonna beat him.
We need that dude who did the flip.
Yeah.
And the dude who's like also has a big belly who drinks beer out of a shoe.
That's gonna happen, dude. That's a fucking no. But that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Holy
those guys
shit.
are animals, dude.
Yeah, that's Bam Bam.
People don't realize this. Having like a big ass, you know how to fight any of this big ass belly and weight. You're fucking tough.
Yeah.
Like you're fucking
probably
rhino.
are. That guy, that dude Chris Barnett, he said they asked him, they're like, how do you do these types of things, acrobatic stuff and whatever? And he's like, in my mind, I think I'm 170. So there's nothing that you can tell me. He's like, I don't care what the scale says. I'm 170. So
that's a good mindset.
Did a spin fucking taekwondo kick, beat his ass, and did a jump fucking front flip. But I wanted to bet him too, but I didn't get to it. And then I missed out on Shane Burgos and Billy Quarantillo. And I bet on Quarantillo and he fucking lost. I thought he won the fight. I thought maybe he would have got the nod, but
maybe I know their faces, but I'm not too familiar with those fighters.
You might have seen Shane Burgos get KO'd. He has like a famous get KO'd video.
Come on, Shane.
Come on, Shane. Pick it up.
What about the one this past weekend? 2 good fighters.
This past weekend. Oh, Holloway and
Holloway.
Yair.
Alex Holloway and...
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway, sorry.
You son of a bitch. How dare you.
Fuck me.
Max listens every week, waiting for us to mention his name.
He'll be very upset. But how'd that one go? Because I didn't watch it.
Really good fight.
Yeah?
He fought Yair Rodriguez, who is a Mexican kid. Nice, like nasty with kicks, but he's just gotten better. Like he's really well rounded. He was number 3 in the division. He's the guy who fought the Korean Zombie, crazy fight, and then bent over and did that crazy elbow.
Yes.
Yeah, that was him. And
savage.
He fought Max Holloway. He took it to Max Holloway. I mean, Max won probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 rounds, which is good. I mean, you win if you win that.
So 5
but the
rounds total.
The kid wasn't going away. Like he was fucking.
Yeah, he was in there.
Yeah,
that's good. I like when they have that durability to them.
His foot was fucking. Yair Rodriguez's foot was swollen, dude. At the end of that shit, it was a balloon.
Was he kicking him good? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you kick as much as he does, you're bound to have some banged up feet and toes and shins because you're hitting. You're not always hitting where you want to hit, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you just...
Sometimes you hit shin because that's the defense. If you're getting kicked,
yeah,
you fucking turn your shin out. You hit shin, you hit elbow. Even you kick somebody in the fucking head, like with your foot, you'll probably hurt them bad, but that hurts, you know?
Yeah. I mean, fighting's it's just an aggressive and sometimes can be sloppy. So you gotta be fucking.
That's what it is.
Even though where you're aiming, I could totally see some. It's not where you're gonna hit.
Yeah.
You know, imagine how many people who didn't know how to fight got into random fights in the street or whatever. They're like going and just a straight punch a dude in the face, and he ends up completely missing or can't stuff like that. It's wild.
Yeah. Sometimes you watch a fight, and like you're watching 2 guys kind of compete.
Yeah.
And there's definitely messy moments like that, but for the most part, the fight looks good, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, it looks pretty. But there's sometimes where it becomes a fight, and it gets uglier. Yeah. You know, like, things are being blocked with worse intention than before.
Yeah.
Like, because there's ways to injure people blocking, you know? Like, so many people... Remember that guy who just recently broke his leg?
Yeah. That was awesome.
All he did was... The other guy did the right thing and turned his shin out to not incur damage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Because that's called checking a kick. You get hit there, and his shit just broke.
So if he was like flat-footed, like was he like this, or he changed it like this to not get hit?
So like your shin when you're fighting is this way. So people want to kick around the sides and hit your calf. Sides. So rotate. All you do is turn it this way. Bang! You hit front. You smash shins.
That's the part.
His shin was harder.
Yeah, the strongest part of the shin.
Yeah.
That was a crazy fight. I think that was that the same fight as McGregor and Poirier? Was it the? I don't know.
Yes, it was.
It was?
It was, dude. 2 broken fucking things in the same night.
That is fucking crazy.
Conor and Thing. And then before that...
was it?
I think it was.
I don't know, because I remember during the Conor fight, there was this one crazy thing that happened where like some dude had the guy on the ground, and he did a fucking 180, and there was a fucking backflip on the guy. Do you remember that? He was wearing yellow trunks.
Michel Pereira. He does that shit. That's what he does.
Yeah, he's
a psycho. One day he's going to stomp on a guy's head doing that.
Yeah, I want to say the guy breaking the shin was the McGregor fight, but I don't know.
I feel like it was.
If not, they were very close together of them happening.
Because it was this, I think it was the same night that Anthony Smith fought, I think Jimmy Crute, or whatever the fuck his first name is. And he kicked him in the calf, and it deaded his foot. He couldn't walk.
Oh, I remember that.
I think that was the same night.
He was limping.
Just mad injuries.
Dude, those legs, Achilles, shins, they're fragile. You gotta really have a strong fucking foundation, because someone will, it's like me, dude. Someone kicks me, I'm going fucking sweeping me.
Dude, most people walking around cannot take a leg kick.
I couldn't. You fucking hit me with a leg kick in your yard over there, I'd be on the ground 15 minutes.
That's all you. That's that's all you would have to do in a street fight. Yeah. If you know how to throw a leg kick, just kick somebody in the fucking leg, dude. They're like, oh. Yeah. Like you hit somebody right in the IT band, like right on along the side, perennial nerve, like Jesus, or even the calf kick, dude. That's been like, I don't know, kind of a newer used technique,
right?
Where you kick somebody in the calf, like, and there's so much space to kind of land the kick.
Yes.
You know, like you can kick all around. Even if it gets partly checked, you still kind of hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Think about it in an average fight. You know, maybe like there is, some guy in the street. You're going like this. You got your arms up. That dude, if you don't know how to fight, he's not expecting the underneath. No kick. He's not expecting nothing. He's just wanting like a straight sucker punch fight. Old school. Doesn't that, like, if you know how to fight, dude, it's all, and you don't want to fight the guy. You just want to get him off you.
Yeah.
What a great way. Slide him right in the calf. Will probably fall back and lose his balance. And be like, later, bro.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's the other thing, is people don't realize, like, there's a fight isn't going to go to what you're thinking it's going to be.
No.
Like, people look at a fight and they think it's a movie, or they think it's, professional fighters fighting. Even when, like we were just saying, even when professional fighters end up fighting each other, it's like sometimes it turns into something different, and there's ugly moments. You miss a punch and you swing and whatever, and there's shit that doesn't go according to plan, and you don't know that if you've never been, in that fucking situation.
Right.
So a guy goes in there and he's like, I'm just gonna crack him. And the guy just goes sweep, bang, and cracks you. Or a leg kick, bang, right before you get anywhere near him with your hands.
Right. Gotta be very careful these days with the rise of mixed martial arts and how much awareness it has and how much people are participating in training compared to just decades ago. You really just can't get into a random street fight with just anybody. Like, even if you're anybody, even if you're you, McGregor, that dude, he don't give a fuck. But,
yeah, he fights anybody.
Yeah. But, you even like a John Larkin type. John Larkin be able to hold his own shit, but, like, I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's looking for a fucking problem.
No, never.
So it's like you're not even going to entertain it. But you could also never know. Or you never know if someone's going to pull out a gun, because it's 2021. Fucking...
Get shot like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Fuck.
Especially around here. I think, the other day I was with James, I think I saw maybe... I won't say where we are. We don't want to incriminate anybody, but I think she was standing on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Roxanne.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Prostituting. You'll have to let me know the location once we're done recording.
But yeah, I don't know. It was rain. It was like cage. It was mean, and she was standing out there with like a really skimpy shirt. I don't think it was a bra, but it was a shirt that was like up to here and like really thin spaghetti straps. Right. It looked like she had like long black pants on, just standing out there, showing hella skin.
Very nice.
And she looked upset, and I don't know why. I mean, it was like you got to come to work with a little pep in your step if you want to do well.
Was she out there in the rain with like no umbrella?
Yeah, dude. It was Sunday, I think. Remember Sunday? I think, it was like a mean storm.
There was wind and leaves everywhere. That's fucking awful and hilarious at the same time. It's like, it's my day off. I gotta go to work today. Yeah. Fucking Pimp Daddy Joe.
That's right.
Like, you gotta hit the corner.
Sorry, bitch. I got fucking this girl over here. She's smiling all day. I think that's what me and James were saying.
I would pull up to her and be like, how much?
Yeah. And then she's like, I'm just waiting for my Uber.
I won't believe it. Come on. 50 for a blow?
She's like, all right. You figured me out.
110 all the way?
She's like, that's more money than I made all week. She's like a waitress or something.
Oh, dude, that would be great. I'll look a waitress up real quick.
Just convert her right there. You're a prostitute now.
Dude, are you going to go to the club next week with the guys?
The club, probably not. I don't know if we're going
bowling, though.
I'll do that, and then I think we're going to go, like...
Fishco.
Bar hopping.
Yeah, bar hopping, but finish off at Fishco during those hours where it's clubby. Because I've been to Fishco in the evening, but it's totally not that vibe at all. It's more of a sit-down and eat, but... the chat said that it's more clubby at night, so I'm gonna fucking take their word for it, but...
Yeah, I think it is.
That'll be dope. I haven't really gotten drunk and danced on a dance floor since Florida. I really want to do that.
That's a fun
hope
thing.
You fucking come, dude.
Yeah, I'll come. I want to bowl. I fucking suck at bowling, though. I'm the worst at bowling. It's terrible. I wanted to do the axe throwing. Axe throwing is dead fun.
I know you did want to do the axe throwing. That's something I've never done.
Yeah.
I was like, thinking... maybe if the bowling alley we all go to, and there's a pool table, because I know some bowling alleys do have a pool table area.
I'll totally play
maybe
pool.
Me and Antonio could run away and do something that we want to do.
Play some fucking pool. No, I don't know. The last time I went bowling, I don't even remember. I think it was it might have been like one of the parties at work, maybe, and that was a while ago.
Casarino work, or?
Yeah. Who the fuck knows anyway? One thing I wanted to ask you.
Yep.
When do you like taking pictures? Now or in the summer?
Seasonal-wise?
When's better, yeah.
I would say around here, I love taking pictures at November and October because of the seasonal autumn change, and the leaves look amazing.
Yeah.
The winter time is like annoying because who the fuck wants to go and get like the sunset or sunrise and the really cold? But I have done that. I've been in downtown Providence at like 6 a.m. and during the winter taking pictures. But the summertime is also probably the best for my sunset photography of getting like that shot. Right. I love that. Or waking up early in the summer when it's warm out. I like that. I would probably rate the summer my second, but my favorite time would definitely be this time of the year.
The fall.
Late September, fall, October, November. Yeah. Totally love it. And then we kind of go into the Christmas vibe right after November. So downtown is like a lot of Christmas decorations, a big a big tree. I wasn't saying that to Ant, talking about the mic.
And lights look nice in the snow too.
Decorations, yes. Yeah. Oh, and if there's a nice little snowfall, my camera is not like fragile as fuck, so I could go while it's snowing and take pictures, and the camera will be full of snow, but it's okay because it's durable. It's good to that shit could be in the rain taking pictures.
Bring it to war.
Yes, they bring the DSLRs to war. They brought those to Afghanistan and Iraq. Let's see the mirrorless cameras. We'll see which war we get into next, and we'll bring those over there.
Thank God we got these new cameras. We can make some good footage off this.
Great footage.
That's like World War II. They have like all these different ways that you can watch it now, like World War II in color, and
yes,
Isn't that? I find that shit like kind of hilarious.
I think it's I like it because they're able to use the technology to up it to a higher definition, and it's like, wow, dude. I know if you're looking at that film and right after during the war years, you bring it home, you're like, it's all shitty and choppy.
Yeah.
But now other people can see it and like, this actually has some sort of a picture that you could see what's going on. I love it. Those World War II in color docs, stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely get. Like, there is something about watching it because it is history, and it's like, damn, this shit actually happened and really not that long ago. But, like, it's just kind of, like, fucked up that we have... That's what we want to watch. Like, look at this war that killed 20 million people or whatever the fuck it was.
That's true, but I would rather watch the World War II docs and HD docs in color than watch, like, a Vietnam... Because Vietnam you already know, it's a jungle, they're just firing, it's guerrilla warfare, and it's like a war deep down inside. The American people didn't need to be there. But World War II, that was like a legitimate, that was legit. Like, you go in there, you're actually going to serve for a real purpose, for fascism in West Europe, or, Germany, Europe.
So, and to stop a guy from taking over the fucking world.
Exactly. This dude was on fucking drugs and wanted to take over the world. And killing... as far as the Holocausting of the Jews and crumbling Poland, crumbling parts of Europe, it's like, dude, this is a real, genuine war we got to go fight. And it's not like we're like war hungry for money. It's like we had to do it. But I think somebody was like, hey, we can make some profits off this. Dude, fucking, what was it, 6-7 years later? Off to Korea for 3 years. Another 7 years later, Vietnam for 10 years.
Nobody filmed the goddamn thing in Korea.
I know.
I haven't watched shit about Korea.
Korea was a 3-year war, and it's like, it's known as the forgotten war.
Yeah.
It really
People
has
don't
been.
give a fuck about it.
But it's the Korea and North and South Korea, during the winter, it's so fucking cold. It's like Russia. Guys were freezing to death going to serve. And... actually, considering the way North Korea fucking is now, maybe Korea was a thing we felt we had to do. Or maybe looking back on it, maybe it was a good thing.
I don't even know the logistics of that war. Like, I don't know why we went there. I don't know anything about
either.
It. It's also because, I don't really care. But
right.
I've never taken the time to figure it out.
I don't know the logistics of why they said we had to go do that, but I guess looking back from where we are now, the way North Korea, like... bro, you already know. Like, the way they run their country, it's like... And you see South Korea, that's like first world independency. Yeah. So maybe it is a good thing that we did that. I don't know.
It is crazy watching, like, Hitler walk around on TV.
I know. Kids going like this, and everyone's like, hey, I love you.
I know, it's nuts. Yeah. They got footage of all of them. Fucking... Churchill walking around and Mussolini, right, hung in this city, and
crazy for the Italians.
What's the other guy? Stalin walking around with his big porno mustache.
He had.
Me and James watched. We were watching an episode of it, but it was on Stalingrad.
Stalingrad, yep.
The battle.
Yeah, Battle of Stalingrad.
And fucking, we ate like mushroom chocolate bar.
Oh Lord!
And it was like, wow, because obviously that shit makes you laugh. Yeah, mushrooms and shit. And we're watching battles and just fucked up shit. People, because in Stalingrad, part of the whole thing was they stayed there. They're like, we need to hold them off. They pretty much baited Germany into taking the city. And it was incredibly cold and whatever the fuck, crazy conditions. Yeah. And they made sure all the citizens stayed. So there's people walking around, fucking bombed buildings, kids going to school around buildings that are just fucking hollowed out and broken.
Really? They didn't withdraw their citizens?
No, they didn't.
Mad weird.
They're like, stay, you have to stay. Part of the whole, communism thing was like, you have to stay for the country, and people fucking listened. And then in the end... They fucked up Germany bad. They got they baited him into it, and then they hit him with some shit. They hit him from behind.
That's a good move because Russia's really big, and once the Germans pushed so far into Russia, their backs their back end wasn't as strong.
Oh, hell no.
And those German soldiers have been going to war for like years after that. They were tired as fuck, man. They didn't like the shit that the Führer Hitler was telling them to do. Probably didn't really want to fucking do it, but they just had to.
Right.
And yeah, those Russians at first they were getting their asses kicked, but they definitely ended up on top for sure. They fucked them up.
But yeah, we're watching it and we're on mushrooms and everything's funny. So it's like, oh shit, look at them. They're miserable. Look at that child looking at where her, her parents' shop used to be and holding her little lunchbox on her way to her school that has no roof. Like,
Terrible.
And we're like, oh, wow, we're watching 20 million men die. Isn't this great?
Yeah, the mushrooms must have made that kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm not thinking this is a World War II thing, but World War One, I think, when they had the Russians and Germans fighting each other.
Yeah.
The wolves were like killing them.
That's what I heard about.
Yeah, and they had to like stop the battle because the wolves would come into the bunkers where the guys were wounded and screaming and just eat them. Because they couldn't do anything. And then, dude, that's just crazy. Like, okay, guys, let's stop this world war on this part of the world so we can kill these animals.
Fucking wolves.
We're superior and we gotta kill each other.
I know.
Can't be letting them kill us.
Crazy. That's also the other story that was famous in World War One was the guys who had the armistice for Christmas. They
played a soccer game.
Yeah, they stopped fighting.
That's a beautiful thing, I think.
They stopped fighting. They actually became friends. Some of them. They fucking, whatever. They played. They gave each other gifts. And then the next day they were expected to go fucking fight each other again.
That is a weird thing because it just shows that these guys, these human beings, they don't really war treats you to hate your enemy if you see your friends killed. You're like, damn, they killed my friend. But whatever. Overall, it's like, they don't really hate each other. It's their country. They were in the military at the current time, or enlisted, or volunteered, or drafted.
Or got drafted, yeah.
And they were just forced, like, this is the enemy, you got to do it. But deep down inside, the type of, they didn't really want to do that. But I think that's beautiful that they did that, and they played a soccer game on Christmas Day, and it was, like, completely halted. They were able to be humans. It's like, but that's just barbaric to even be like, okay, tomorrow we're going back to war. That's crazy, dude.
I think we should send people that want to kill.
Yes.
To go do it.
This is America.
I mean, there's
psychopaths.
definitely not enough, but we should have, groups of ruthless prisoners. Supposedly this was a thing in Vietnam. They got, as part of you could get a deal to where if you went to go fight,
oh, that was definitely
and
Army.
You made it out, you fucking were free or whatever.
Yeah, the Army was taking the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
The lowest of the uneducated. Because not everybody in 1960s was getting all the way to the 12th grade and going to college. People were still dropping out.
You could just drop out whenever you wanted.
Yeah. So the Army was definitely taking the low of the low at that point for Vietnam. They needed bodies, dude. 50,000, 60,000 American men. That's such bullshit. That some pork belly motherfuckers decided to send them in there.
I know. Just a bunch of just a big group of people that are let's just take everyone out. That's what I got from watching that Stalingrad thing. Because he didn't give a fuck about men. He didn't give a fuck about any of that shit. We have to hold this because Hitler is my sworn enemy. Mine. And obviously he's killing the fuck out of all of us. But, we don't give a fuck. You have to stay. Fucking stay in your cities, stay wherever the fuck you are.
Yeah.
And, it ended up working, but he just literally had the power to control all that shit.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
What I say goes. I mean, aside from, Stalin, is obviously sitting right next to Hitler in hell right now with a bigger body count than Hitler. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Him letting his own citizens starve. Crazy.
I forgot where I heard it, but, people were talking about this. They're Hitler is obviously terrible, and he's most famous because of the Holocaust and almost taking over the world and the whole thing. But what about all the other fucking guys? Stalin and
Genghis Khan.
And what's the other dude? Hirohito in Japan.
Yeah, dude. Genghis Khan fucked. Genghis Khan fucking shit on all of them.
And we love Genghis Khan because we think it's crazy, right? He fucked mad people. You might be related to him. You know, like fucking Alexander the Great, all these guys that were conquerors. We think of them as conquerors because they're so far back. They're so far back, and all we do is listen to the stories about it. Yep. So it's like, who knows? Maybe in so many years, not saying people will accept Hitler, but I don't know.
Imagine, dude.
The Holocaust thing is hard to get by, you know? Even if you said he was like, you know, good at military stuff, or even if you agreed with his fiscal policies or whatever the fuck.
Fiscal policies.
You kind of can't get past the Holocaust part. So I don't know if he'll ever be like celebrated as a conqueror or any of that shit, but...
No. But it is pretty amazing, like, in the modern world, because all those other guys we mentioned, except for Stalin, were like a time of those swords and shit like that. Yeah. Really, really conquering, showing up to somebody's land and we're taking it from you. Yeah. Shit like that. But Hitler's a little bit more modern. So it is even surprising, like, it's so surprising the things that he even got away with that would even happen. Like, how the fuck, like, it's crazy what he got away with. Well, not get away with, but what he did.
Right.
And he had that just hatred of, like, I just want to eliminate these people.
Yeah.
Like, eliminate them. So, I mean, I don't think people would, obviously, the Israelis ain't gonna like Hitler, and the Jews, they're not gonna like Hitler ever. But I don't really can't see anybody.
And the blacks, and everybody. Nobody.
I can't see anybody
unless
like,
you're
in the
actually
future looking back and liking him.
Right.
But I can see fucking some people comparing not comparing Israeli government to the Hitler regime, but it's kind of like, oh, how the bullied have become the bullies. Like a little bit of that.
With
obviously
Palestine.
Not on the same level.
No.
Well, yeah, with Palestine. Right?
Sure.
But it is a little bit of that little quote that holds true with that Israel government.
Well, I mean, they rule the world too, Jews.
They do.
Part, you know.
You do good here in America too, Jews. You're doing great.
That crazy time of conquerors and shit, that's got to be like the first experiences of human extreme human power, like guys who have the desire. Because like I'm sure there's always been hierarchy as long as there's been humans, cavemen and early humans and shit. I'm sure there's like, I'm stronger, I can do this, I can fuck woman.
But that was before order. We have like order, right. But back then it would just be like the masculine male. Dominant male would be like
yeah. But once like big groups and big societies started coming together, now there's like this new idea of, hey,
gentlemen.
For whatever reason, I feel like I'm able to influence this group of people and then make it bigger and bigger and get the influence out to the point where I can then make these people think that I'm wise enough to, you know, support all of them and whatever else.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like one of the first. But again, Genghis Khan might not have been necessarily thinking it in that way. He just was like, let's start fucking people up. You know?
That time, it's like a human life. That's not going to mean much. You taking a human life, it's not going to mean much, even to you. If you're a person living throughout that time, it's not the way it was. If you try to have your current moral compass like compared to that time, you're not going to be able to make sense of it.
Oh yeah,
it's totally normal to, you know, end other human beings' lives, and that's just the way it was. Barbaric times.
Every day, people were dying, but not even just because of, you know, a conqueror coming through and killing people. It was, you know, no health, no knowledge of health, no food. People struggle to get fucking food.
Lack of food. Break your leg, you're gonna die.
You're done. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
or you'll be a fucking freak. You'll be a mongoloid, and people will laugh at you. You'll be the first one killed when Genghis Khan comes through.
You'll be a freak.
Yeah, no one's gonna worry about you. But then you think of like, I think maybe what I was thinking about were like these kings, these massive kings, like Nebuchadnezzar in Babylon, and you know, even Alexander the Great, obviously a phenomenal like military influence, but was a king.
Right.
You know, all the Egyptian kings and Mansa Musa and all these fucking guys, they're just able to influence such a huge... And now it's basically the same thing. It's still pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah.
You know, it's just more high tech. Like, we can blow up a family with a drone.
I know. It's like all the way up there, can't see it. In one moment, cha-cha-boom.
It's almost a little better knowing that, like, hey, look at those fucking guys running up on us. We're gonna get shanked to death, with swords and whatnot. So at least you see it coming.
I'd rather go out fighting than just like this whole house just explodes and then that was the end of us. That's very scary in this modern technological world, and I think it's even. I mean, America is definitely drone strike innocence. I think it's going to be even more crazy if, as the years and decades go on, other countries will get this technology.
I remember I remember the place I would take guitar at, like guitar lessons.
Yeah.
The owner of the place, he'd be like, he would say shit to me. Like I would sit down and I don't know, practice a little bit, and he'd be watching the TV kind of next to me. It was weird. It was kind of a weird setup. But and he would just kind of say random shit to me. And he one time was talking about the drones. This was a while ago. This is probably when they were first like kind of
developing,
emerging and shit. This was like when we were in middle school.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, yeah, drone. Do you hear about the drones? And I'm like, no. What are you talking about? And he's like, now we have these like remote control things, drones. They're like, you ever have like a remote control helicopter? Like, whatever, saying stupid shit to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, they can go in a room in a building and just blow it the fuck up. And now people don't get hurt. Like, our soldiers, they don't have to go in and get killed and shit like that.
It's another thing, yeah. We don't have to send boots on the ground.
Yeah.
We just do it from... But, like, what happens when countries who, like, want ill will to America, they will attempt those things, and they fucking will.
Yeah.
Terrorist attacks are not finished. They will happen
Just
all over the world,
I know.
and they will happen in America in the future.
Yeah.
But we spend a lot of fucking time and money on trying to prevent those things, which...
We do.
I mean, those are
that's the thing, is it's like we're almost ahead everywhere, it seems. It seems like when people get the other shit... Now, don't get me wrong, there's other superpowers. I'm sure China has that shit.
Got
I'm
some
sure
crazy shit coming, dude.
Russia has all that shit. Like, England, they probably all have a good amount of the technology.
American England, they're like the most allies. They got shit.
So, like, a bunch of the money here just goes to keeping up, getting ahead.
Yeah.
Like, all right, everybody's got the shit that we had, for a little while. Here's our mirrorless camera. Now we got to make something else. We got to make something new.
Yeah, they will. They're putting tax dollars this year. They'll put a certain amount of tax dollars from everybody in the country to developing technology that will come into place 10 to 15 years from now. Yeah. Because they have to get on that. One weird thing. Imagine, because they're not just drones flying themselves. There's a person behind a monitor with headphones on controlling this drone and eyeing out the coordinates. It's like, I wonder if any of those people feel any like remorse as far as like, because they did just technically kill somebody under orders. It's their job.
Yeah, job to kill.
Yeah, so I'm serving my country here. Come on, But I bet some people must be like, damn, I just hit this button. 2 seconds later, that whole structure is gone, and they're all dead, and if anybody is alive, they're just having an awful death, slow and painful. That must be going home at night. Just be like, that must suck.
I know. They used to talk about how like snipers were pussies or bombers were pussies because they just fly over and boom, or like snipers like really far away and shoots a guy and dips off. Right. But like.
That shit will affect you, though.
That shit affects you, but now even this is even further away from both of those.
It is, because it's not up close and personal. You're literally playing a fucking... It's like you're on a chopper gunner in Modern Warfare 2. Yeah. It's like you're hitting all these red dots. Fun, actually. Look at all these guys. Boom, 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 boom.
Get some.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Maybe that is so nuts. I can't believe that.
Just straight fucking video game ass.
Real world video game war. That is insane.
No wonder they spend so much money. It must be so much fun.
They probably started investing in those fucking drones in 2000. And they come out in the 2010s.
And now you can get your fucking Amazon package by one. How nice is that?
What's next? I feel like the mini drones, it's going to be swarms of them.
All the time.
Like a bee's nest of drones.
Yeah.
I think that's next.
Maybe. That might be a little too evasive.
It is.
Too many drones.
But that's what it is. They're pop out of the sky. We're being invaded. And they're fucking drones. You know what I'm saying?
That is crazy. They just drop shit off and like a little parachute comes out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, for the Amazon packages. That's like they started developing that in like 2013, I think, and now it's coming along. I don't think they have that around here. Some parts of New York City. Yeah. I've seen videos, people trying to get their shit. It's on a string, and they end up like fucking up the drone, and it fucking falls and shit.
Oh shit! There's probably so much
high rise in New York. Yeah. Thank you. Fucking drone fucks up.
Amazon just straight. Amazon's like our Walmart for like, because our parents grew up where you had to go to a bunch of different places to get a bunch of different things.
Yes, home department stores, family-owned businesses, that was their generation.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Walmart was around, and it was definitely a thing, but it was fucking...
Not on the scale it is now.
Right. Now, Walmart is huge. It's a one-stop shop for everything. And now Amazon is even more of a... You can get even more shit, because it's anything that you want. Walmart only carries so many of something, you know? Yeah. Like... If you're on Amazon and you're looking for a fishing pole and this one's out of stock, there's another one there, like...
Yeah, like Walmart has their basic shit. Like, for example, I like movies. If I went to go to Walmart, I know it's 2021, but you look through all the DVDs. Yeah. Well, on Amazon, you could look up any fucking movie. They might, and you're at least going to be able to either, like, rent it for $3.99. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that, it's a whole library. It's not no just fucking huge ass. Even Walmart is huge. Yeah. But yeah, it's on a whole nother scale. Amazon's awesome.
And it started out as a fucking book, an online book service.
First thing I ever bought on Amazon was when it was only selling books. Must have been like 10, 11 years old. My cousin was like, she bought me these books on Amazon. We went on the computer together. But
I'm pretty sure Amazon used to deliver books to... Once it started to get a little bigger as a book company, I think it used to deliver books to like bookstores, like big ones, like Borders, and it started being like what are they called? Guys who drop off mad shit. A vendor.
Okay.
They would get books from from Amazon.
Varieties of books, all different types.
And now Amazon is the reason why there's not so many. There's no Borders anymore.
No Borders, no Barnes and Nobles.
There's Barnes and Nobles
on 44 still.
Yeah. That's a big one.
They got a fucking Starbucks inside.
That's exactly right. People go in there, they fucking eat Starbucks and drink Starbucks and.
Let me read my book. I just bought hippie.
Let me read my book. It'd be a good idea. You could just go in there and read a brand new book. The whole day, sit there and read the whole book and never buy it. Just put it back. I'm
sure that's possible. Because at Starbucks in there's a lot of like lounge chairs where you could totally just post up and...
Or come back the next day.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm going to go like one day, a couple chapters, a couple days later, I'm going to go and... Like maybe you could hide a little fucking check mark in the book. Don't come back to this exact book.
That's fucking great.
Being innovative. I like that idea.
Because libraries have ancient books.
Oh, you go to the one down the street here?
I have a couple times. They don't have much, but I have a couple times.
You told on the podcast, you said, I got a book, because you've been reading more. Yeah. You said on the podcast, I got a book, and I saw it, and you said on like a solo episode on your podcast, or Monday morning podcast, you said the last time this thing was checked out was like over a fucking decade ago.
Longer. It was like 85.
Fucking 85.
Crazy.
Oh, Matt, yeah, that's like...
That's a while.
40-something years, dude.
Yeah.
Come on,
Nobody read that motherfucker.
Who the fuck is funding these public? Like, I know the city funds these public libraries. You have you could afford a nice little fucking sign that says Providence Public Library. Yeah. But you can't do anything else.
Get some new books in that bitch.
I bet it looks the same because I used to go there after my school, Catholic school I went to was down the street from there a little bit further. And I used to walk there after school and just chill, go on the computer and stuff. But it was still old then.
Yeah, it is, and it's small. It's really small. Half of it is for kids.
I know, they have a whole... Yeah, it's mostly all for kids. Yeah. When I was a kid, it looked way bigger, but you go in there now, it's like, this is dummy small.
Fucking libraries. Those are going to be gone soon. It'll be like Fahrenheit 141. You ever read that book?
No.
Ray Bradbury, he was known for writing, like, dystopian literature.
Okay.
And it was a world where firemen was still a job, but it wasn't putting out fires. It was starting fires and burning books, like libraries and places with books.
Oh.
And it was...
That sound too good.
Yeah, Fahrenheit 141 is the temperature at which a book can burn.
Oh, this motherfucker thought everything out.
Yeah, he did. Ray Bradbury's a bad motherfucker. He had a couple, like, communist cartoon, like, anti-communist cartoons.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's fucking pretty dope. I actually got to brush up. I read some of Fahrenheit 141, but it was when I was young. I want to pick it back up again. And there's something about dystopian shit I'm really into. If it's going to be any kind of a story, because most of the shit I read is like, I don't know, real life applicable or biography or some shit like that. But like a story, I like a nice dystopia. That's why I like Fallout, the game, because it's, you know.
It's something that's not real, but it is overall just a good, well-rounded story.
Well, dystopian's like...
Wait, that's my next question. What is a dystopian type of novel? What is that?
It's like the opposite of utopia. Like utopia is like this perfect, pristine place. But dystopia is like you live in a crazy world where books are burned. You know what I'm saying? People don't want you to have knowledge or whatever the case is. Like Fallout is like a post-apocalyptic dystopian, you know what I'm saying? Like the world is in shambles.
The world is going to shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like those books are... If I'm going to read a fictional story, I like those.
Because I feel like that's like... I like that because that could like relate to some of like the cancel culture shit. Because not only do they cancel people that some like they disagree with, but they have been canceling like books, dude. Like they have been trying to take out books, novels that like our school curriculum would have us read in elementary school or middle school for like summer reading. They're like they would take those out.
Yeah,
and they're like replacing them with books that teach you to be accepting of fucking gays or transgender people or some shit like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm going off the rails here, just coming out with that. But people are like, and let me tell you.
No, there's a narrative. I mean, there's always narratives being pushed. So
and always in the whole time of history, the side that is burning books and knowledge is never on the right side of history.
Yeah,
exactly. Like it was those crazy Christians who burned the Library of Alexandria. You motherfuckers! There's so much history in there.
Yeah,
and you gotta be Christian rebels. You're nuts.
Right. Yeah, I mean books. But there's also there's always a message that can kind of be taken from the dystopian type books or dystopian type media. Because, for example, you play Fallout, even though it's a game, it's a very involved game. Like, you get really deep into it and you learn a bunch of different people and whatever. You understand the idea of community because you're living in a wasteland and there's people who have to rely on each other and there's these cities that are in shambles and whatever else. And you understand the idea of community. Or, in the book that I was just talking about, Fahrenheit 141, we take for granted the fact that we can look up anything. You know what I'm saying? Information is almost commodified. Yeah. In our culture, like people make money on the fact that we click on things and find things and whatever else. Yeah. And books are another way that comes from. But as a metaphor, destroying information is, I mean, like you said, it's the downfall of whatever society is allowing that to happen.
Yeah, you're not going to be on the right side of history.
Yeah.
Hundreds of years from now, people look at you like they were fucking mugging. Yeah. But, I have to fucking read a book. It's been a while since I opened one. It's an American Revolution book that I'm on that I just I'm like halfway through. It's about actually like black American Revolution soldiers actually from Rhode Island. But, man, I got to get back into reading because it's just overall, it's good for you.
Yeah, part of my New Year's resolution list or goals list was to read a bunch of books. I haven't come any...
What was it, like 20, 50 books?
Terrible, 20 books.
50 books.
20 books. It was 20 books. I don't think I'll even get to 8. But...
Yeah, well, as long as you...
I was at 0 before.
Exactly. So it's better than nothing. You could set your expectation high, but maybe meet it halfway, but maybe that's psychologically still helping you.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I've been reading a lot of like real life stuff. It would be... Now, don't get me wrong. There's some countries that I want to learn a little bit more about. But I do want to read like some more, I don't know, imagination type shit.
Yes.
Fictional stuff.
Fictional, yes.
So I feel like that's, good too.
I'm always been a fan of what you just said, the like real life, real
history,
events, historical events.
That shit's great.
What is I know this writer who's a good imaginary writer, but I forgot his name or author. But do you know any good writers or authors? I mean, that have that good, like what you're looking for, that sense of like, imagination, romance, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking Ray Bradbury. I probably want to do a deep dive on him.
Ray Bradbury.
Yeah, that's the Fahrenheit 141 guy.
Yeah.
You're talking about. So I think that'd be cool.
Probably has more than one book.
Oh yeah, totally. I think that would be cool. I think Chuck Palahniuk, I forget his name, the guy who wrote Fight Club.
I heard of that.
Yeah. Well, it's also the movie with Brad Pitt.
It's not a book?
It's a book, but it was the famous part is the movie.
Is it on Netflix?
No, I don't think. Fight Club might be on Netflix.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Brad Pitt and what's the dude's name? Ken Norton? Not Ken Norton. He was a boxer. Ed Norton, maybe. Yeah.
But I don't. As far as the book, it's one of those movies like, there's a book on that.
I know. I didn't know it either. But yeah, I feel like he has, because Fight Club is kind of a dystopian idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of guys beating each other's asses as a form of therapy.
Dystopia. Wow.
Sounds like a game, right? I think that's the game that Conor McGregor is on, and he's like...
What?
It's called like Dystopia. It's like a phone game that he's been marketing. Because he's like a character in it or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Play Dystopia while I lose every fight.
I know. He's dabbling in other things. He's like Snoop Dogg and Shaq just dabbles in all this other stuff.
That's smart.
No, that's totally smart. That's how you maintain being a celebrity for like fucking 2-3 decades.
You gotta brand everything.
He'll be all right. He has his own brand. More
get
to
residuals.
Residuals, most importantly.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I wish I could fucking be on that TV show called Friends. Imagine what fucking residuals they're making, bro.
Forever. Every time those things get rebooted somewhere, like Netflix, or like Seinfeld is on Netflix now.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
I saw that just the other day.
Yeah, you probably got a mean check. All the people on that show.
I'm getting checks from the fucking 90s, bro.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, that's you love to see it happen. It's the way it should happen. I wonder about The Sopranos, because they're on HBO Max now. Those motherfuckers, man, well.
Maybe because they're under the HBO contract, they were able to just kind of put it back out on HBO.
Was Sopranos always an HBO show?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I'm pretty sure. They used to show like the reruns on A&E and shit.
Yeah, they're channel 37. I like that shit.
I'm pretty sure it came out on...
It's back in the day.
Yeah. On HBO, yeah, because there was a lot of swearing and all that shit.
The A&E Channel 37 always had like that like crime investigation shows and all this like... It was something to be interesting. It would be cool because it was like Channel 37. Sometimes ABC Family would have like a cool movie on that.
That's 36, right?
No, ABC Family was 38. 36 was Cartoon Network. 35
Yes.
Nickelodeon. 34 Disney Channel, motherfuckers.
Goddamn right. 33 Travel Channel, motherfucker.
Oh, shit. 32,
Andrew
I don't
Zimmern.
know. 31, 30 ESPN.
I think those were, ESPN and shit like that. Do you remember when you were a kid and you'd stumble upon, like, public access television? I always used to think that shit was weird. Because there was
Public access, what's that?
That's like some guy in his house somehow got a spot on a like state syndicated station for, maybe he's doing a talk show or some guy is, I don't know, sometimes like you'll see like a mass.
Oh, yeah, those were like the channels that were like in between 10 and 20.
Yes,
I remember those.
You ever stumble upon those?
Of course, yeah.
There was a guy.
Skip by channels.
There was a guy that used to. He used to go to the Dunkin' Donuts that me and my dad would go to on Mineral Spring, and he was on one of those things all the time, dude. It was like a podcast. It was just there all the time. I don't know what they were talking about, but it was a talk show. I don't know if it was. I don't know if he was part of the show. But he used to walk. He was like a weird motherfucker. Like when you would talk to him, he could like talk to you normal. Like my dad would talk to him, and you'd see him talking to other people, and he could like talk normal. But when he was alone, like when he would walk off, he would walk first of all pretty much everywhere. Like he would leave Dunkin' Donuts, and just walk and talk to himself. He'd be like, walking. And he lived near Evan, where Evan used to live. When he used to live up at the top of that big hill. I don't think you met us.
Brown Street or I know he lived in Lincoln and the one near the gas station on the hill. Gas station.
Right, that's in Providence. Yeah. And
no, that's Christopher Street. North Providence was still Brown Street.
Yes.
Charles Street, same shit. Right?
You're right. Yeah. But he, in North Providence, used to live on a hill as well.
Yes.
And that dude lived like right near, so we'd see him walking when we were hanging out, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I see this guy everywhere on TV, at Dunkin' Donuts. That's weird.
But those were like, that would be a local thing, though. It's not like it's being broadcasted to the nation.
No.
But I remember that kid who was like would always hang out at the bottom of Evan Street. He was disabled, had autism. He had a Walkman.
Yeah, he's there all the time still.
Yeah, so that's not
Screaming
the same person,
people.
right?
No, God, no. That kid on TV?
God, no.
That kid screams at people. Evan used to tell me he'd like go up to people's windows and scream. Ah! John.
Antonio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having
this. We had technical difficulties. It'll all be worked out. The podcast is going to look great. Not a problem at all. And thank you so much for coming in as a last-minute guy.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah.
I was glad to be here. It's been a while, folks. And the thing was my first single podcast in the new studio.
The new place. Yeah.
It's good to be here.
Yeah.
We're just getting started, everybody.
Shit. 2 hours in, motherfucker. This is long.
I know, that was good. Good conversation.
That was great. Lovely. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Follow John at on Instagram. Where?
On Instagram at Johnny_Mann. Mann is spelled with 2 N's.
Goddamn right.
Yes. So just follow me on there. You can see some of my photographs that I post occasionally. And Guinness, reach out to me and send me a free case of this shit.
There you go.
Shit's expensive.
Sponsor him. He'll come take pictures. We went for so long, dude. It's like dark now on the camera.
I know the light has decreased.
It's great.
Over time.
That's great. I hope people. No, I don't think anybody sits and watches a full 2-hour thing. Like watches it.
I listen. That's
I listen for the most part. Unless I'm like not doing it, or if I'm like, I don't know, in my kitchen cooking, I'll put like the video on like the Joe Rogan or something.
Yeah, he has the video. He's a stud.
Yeah, the only one on Spotify. Hella bands too, 100 mil to talk shit. That's the goal, motherfuckers. All right, we're done. Hit my fucking, you know what I'm saying. I say it every time. Hit the subscriptions in the description. Look at that. That's hard to say. And follow the show. Follow me. We're going to be doing some new Instagram shit soon. I'm pulling a heist on you motherfuckers. That's the only shit that I'm saying. All right, guys. I'm done. Thank you, John, again. Peace.